Okay. Hi guys. So welcome back. I don't know what this is going to be. I don't know if this is going to be a clip in one of the two blogs that I am currently recording, if this is going to be a third blog. I don't know if this is ever going to make it to the internet. I don't know. So what is today? And the reason that I'm all dressed up with a fancy skirt, I'll show you my outfit in a bit. Is that today is book club. So when I came back to live back in Spain with my parents and everything, I wanted to find like I don't know a bookish space. So there's this cute small little English bookshop in Madrid, and it's all English books. It's run by a British man, and he's so nice. And they have a bunch of book clubs there, like three or four groups. Like yeah, and they meet at different times and whatever. And there was this one book club that fit into my schedule, and it actually fit my reading taste the better. So it was kind of perfect. And they meet one Sunday per month, more or less, and we discuss whatever book that it is that we're reading. So my first time going there was in October, and I read The Midnight Library, and after that I read Intermezzo for book club, and afterwards they chose a book that I wasn't super interested in, the newest Murakami released. I've read one book by Haruki Murakami. It wasn't my favorite, so I wasn't that interested in it. And then by the time that book club time came, I hadn't read the books, I didn't go. And they chose another book that I wasn't all the way into. But then this time around, since I don't go, because we choose the next book we're going to read at the meeting. So you have to read the book in order to get a say in which book we are reading next, which makes sense. So since I didn't go to the last two meetings, I didn't get a say in the book that we are going to read. But they chose The Secret History for this month's book club, which I've already read. And it was a couple years back. So I don't remember absolutely everything that happened in the book. My memory, once I finish a book, my memory of it is pretty blurry. I wouldn't say that I forget everything, but I sure as hell don't remember everything. Um, so yeah, but I own a copy. I have read the book, and I really want to go back there, so I can like choose on which book we're going to read next. And yeah, but yeah, so we're going to discuss that in book club today, and I'm gonna try to record some parts, but I don't think I'll record much. And then I would also love to buy a book today. I have three in mind. Well, I don't know, I have a bunch in mind that I could pick up today to buy. So the first one is I own the first two. Oh, give me a sec. Okay. So I own the first two of the Red Rising universe. You can I've read the first three because you can read them as a trilogy, and then there are going to be seven. There are six out, but I've read the first three and I only own the first two. So I would love to buy the third and complete this. The other books that I am thinking on buying are all part of the same saga series, whatever you're going to call it, universe, and that's Magnolia Parks. Because if you've seen like just one video of my channel, you probably know that I'm obsessed with this series this year. I don't know why. I'm like the most surprised here that I am enjoying these books as much as I am. And last night I finished Daisy Hates the Great Undoing, and it ended me. Like what I today I was trying to get ready. This blog is not for this, but I'm just gonna say this here. Um, I finished it last night, and then this morning it has taken me like three times as long to do anything, like make my bed, get ready, get dressed, shower, anything, because the ending of Daisy Hates will just like creep into my mind, and I have to stop and like regather myself. Like I have to stop to like breathe deeply, take a sec, gather myself as best as I can, and just like push forwards because I don't think I'm ever going to get over that. Like, what was that? Amazing. So at this point, when I first read Magnolia, I was like, okay, I'm going to buy this book because what do you mean? Like, this is amazing. I need to have this book. And then this was in January, so I hadn't read the rest, and I was like, I don't care. I love Magnolia. I need to buy this. And and then I was reading Daisy Hates, and I was like, okay, because at first I said I'm gonna just buy Magnolia Parks and that's gonna be it. I don't really have a space on my shelves. If I have a shelf tour if you want to check for yourselves. I really don't have any more space on them to put more books, let alone like more like five more. Like there's just no. Um, but it was like, okay, I'll buy Magnolia Parks and it will represent the whole series and I'll be okay with that. And then I read Daisy Hates and I was like, okay, I'll buy Daisy Hates, and then I have the first Magnolia, the first Daisy, and then I'm going to be okay with that, with not having any more. And then I read The Long Way Home, and I was like, maybe I could buy The Long Way Home. And then I just read The Great Undoing, and I'm thinking that maybe I could buy The Great Undoing. I don't know. I know that at least I want to buy a Daisy Hates book. I have one Magnolia, I want one Daisy. I don't know if I want Daisy Hates or The Great Undoing. I don't know which one. I'll go there, and if they have just one, then it's going to be easy. I'll get that one. If they have both of them plus Morningstar, which is the third one in Red Racing, I don't know. I'll shoot myself in the library because I won't know how to make a decision. But so I'm hoping that out of like the three books that I want the most, they will only have the one, and they will answer like they will solve the problem for me, because I won't have any other options. Because if I have to choose, I don't know what I will do. But yeah, so those are like today's goals are like to attend a book club and have a good time and get a say in next months, like in these months, read, which I'm hoping I'm going to propose Sunrise on the Reaping, and I'm hoping it is the one that gets chosen because I really want to read Sunrise on the Reaping, and I am going to read it this month. Um, and if it could be book club's book, it could be amazing. Like I would love to discuss the book with them. So yeah, hoping that one gets chosen. But yeah, and then I also want to buy a book, and I don't know which one. And yeah, but I'll take you all with me, and we'll see. Okay, so I'm about to leave my house, but this is my full outfit. I have my cowboy boots, my skirt that I'm obsessed with, like you won't catch me wearing any other thing but this skirt recently, and this shirt, the corset, and I have these sunglasses, well, my jacket, second hand, and it's big AF, and with these sunglasses, I feel like the coolest person that ever existed, and you cannot convince me or tell me otherwise. And my purse, again, like this is the purse. So much stuff fits in there that, yeah, you won't catch me wearing any other thing. And, okay, let's take them off. My earrings, and then my makeup is nothing at all, just the lipstick. I'm obsessed. And then the rings, pretty minimal today. Whenever I wear gold, I just wear a few of them. I don't have that many gold rings, but I don't know. Today it kind of fit the gold with the colors. I don't know. Don't make the rules, but I kind of do. So yeah, this is the outfit. Kind of obsessed, if I tell you the truth. Okay, hi guys. So, as you just saw, I quite literally just got home. Like, I haven't even taken off my boots or anything. I think you can hear them. Can you hear them? I think you can. Okay, so I was thinking before I get all of this off and get comfortable, let's do a book haul. Okay, let's okay, that's better. I don't know if anything changed, but I think that's better. Okay, so book haul. So, do you remember the three books that I told you? Like, I don't know which one should I get. What if there's every book that I am hoping to get? Like, what would I do then? And as you saw, there was like every single book that I was like on the fence on getting was there, and so much more that I was like, maybe I should just throw it all out of the window and just get every book. But I don't have that kind of money, and I really shouldn't. And I'm trying to be more responsible, so I just got one book as I promised that I would, and the final winner was Magnolia Parks, the Into the Dark. I was gonna say The Long Way Home. No, I already read that one. Into the Dark. I'm obsessed with these covers. I think they're really pretty. I want them all. I decided today. I saw them all on the shelf, and the spines all look so pretty as well. So I've decided I want them all. I don't know where I'm going to put them, where I'm going to display them. Hopefully, ideally, I would get to display them. I know that that's just not realistic with my shelf situation. Which, if you are curious about what my shelf situation is like, you should go watch my shelf tour. And because it's up now, I have 312 books now. So if you want to see where all of them are and how I've organized them and everything, then you should watch that video. But I'm so happy that I got this one. I ended up deciding on this one because I've already read the rest, and every time that I read them on my Kindle, I'm just wishing that I was reading them physically so I could annotate and underline the book as I am reading it. I know you can underline and annotate on your Kindle, and then you could just once you get the physical books, pass those annotations onto your Kindle and everything, but onto your physical copy. But I just don't feel like doing that. So I've decided that I'm going to reread these books. Like, I know as soon as I was reading the first book, the first Magnolia Parks, like the second I got like 10% into that book, I knew I was going to reread this at some point, and I'll reread them physically so I can annotate them. But this one, and this is the last one out there for now, for the time being. So I want to properly enjoy it and annotate it and everything. So that's why I ended up deciding on this one instead of getting a Daisy Hates book, because this that way I can annotate this as I'm reading it for the first time. How many loves do you actually get in a lifetime? Everyone knows by now that Magnolia and BJ are written in the stars, but is that enough? Is this book going to destroy me? We all know it is going to destroy me. It will absolutely wreck me, and I am so ready. I'm so there. I don't know how long it is. Give me a sec. 708 pages, and I know I'm going to feel and suffer every single one of those. So yeah, that's my new acquisition. And yeah, book club was great. We all got to share our opinions on the secret history, and it was really cool to discuss a book that I read a while back, because it brought me back like the memories of what I thought as I was reading it for the first time. And I don't know, it was a fun experience, and it was good way of revisiting the secret history, because when I first read that book, I wasn't all that into it. I think it's because I read it real closely after I like it, not right after I finished If We Were Villains, but almost. So I couldn't help but compare the two. And since I read If We Were Villains first, I think I just liked that one better. And it has always like stuck with me that maybe I shouldn't have read those two back to back or as closely together as I did, because I couldn't help but compare them in my head. And but yeah, so I had this idea that I hadn't quite enjoyed the secret history as much as I thought I was going to, and that was okay. And I had like resigned myself to that. And after today's experience and hearing everybody talk about it. And there were people in my book club that that loved the book, and this was like their fourth reread of the book. There was a girl; she had her copy so beautifully annotated. I was obsessed. I asked her if I could like check it out, and it was so beautiful, like the kind of book that you would see on Pinterest. That was her copy, amazing. And um and then there were people that hadn't quite liked it. Some people had actually like DNF'd the book, and after I got to hear everybody's opinion and everybody's reasons to either love it or not hate it, but not connect with it, I kind of agreed with everybody. I agreed with the people that said that the pacing is quite slow, and the fact that the chapters are so long, it's kind of like it's a little bit harder to get into it, and maybe like the prose, it's beautiful, but it can be a little bit too much at times. And I got it. And the fact that the characters are so unlikable and so terrible and horrible human beings. And then the people that loved it and that had made such incredible, like, psychological analysis in the book and why they act the way they act and like the reasons behind everything, because you just get the book told in Richard's point of view and he doesn't know much. So you don't get to know much of what's going on at first. And you just kind of have to like assume and make your own mind on that. And I don't know, it was great hearing everybody's opinions. So I'm actually thinking of rereading The Secret History now instead of rereading it for book club. I'm thinking about reading it after book club. I don't know. I want to revisit it now after hearing what everybody thought of it. But I don't know, I've just reread in March four books, so I want to wait a bit to reread anything else. I want to read new books now, but I think I'm going to reread The Secret History at some point this year, probably during the fall. That book just screams fall at me. And my personal opinion of it, if you were wondering, um, I love the aesthetic. I love the dark academia aesthetic. I've read quite a few dark academia books, and I always have such a good time with them and enjoy them really much, like very much. But I do remember struggling with the fact that it's longer, like really long chapters. Like it's not longer chapters; they're actually pretty long. But then I've also read A Little Life, which also has like crazy long chapters, and didn't struggle as much with that when I read A Little Life. I couldn't tell you. Also, my experience or my the way I remember it being written is that it has like sad, like quite long paragraphs. I don't have a problem with long paragraphs, but I remember that they were like quite long, followed like one after the other. Plus the fact that the chapters are really long, plus the fact that the prose is really like heavy, and there's a lot of they are like really long sentences, beautifully written, amazing. But again, like you need to use all your brain power, and I remember struggling to catch a break with that book. Like, not that I wasn't having a good time with it, but I couldn't find points to leave the book at so I could like keep going with my day and do other things. So I remember struggling with that, with the fact that I could never stop at a point that made sense for me without having to read 100 pages because that's how long the chapter was. And with books that have longer chapters, what I've experienced is that they have natural pauses in the chapter, within the chapter, so you could leave them unfinished, but you've made a pause at a moment that makes sense and that you can like take a breather there. But now, again, that I've heard everybody's opinions on it and such interesting takes at the book as well, I think I'm going to reread it this year again during probably during fall. And yeah, so really good day. And then I also like grabbed something to drink with a couple girls there they were really nice. And I don't know, it was a really fun day overall. I know I didn't record much, but it's uncomfortable taking yeah, like the phone out and recording when there are people there. And I don't really think much of like I'm not I don't usually check my phone a lot when I'm with people, so I didn't even think about it that much. But yeah, I'm going to get unready now and get comfortable, go to the bathroom, please, and grab something for dinner because it's already like 10 p.m. or close to, no, 9 p.m. I think, yeah, 9 p.m. Um, so yeah, okay, so bye. Hi guys, so I was about to add the new addition to my shelves onto my book journal, and I thought that it could be a good idea to record it for you and show you how I keep track of the books that I buy and everything. And this is my book journal. She was handmade by a friend and her mom as a present for Christmas, which for I'm forever grateful for. And since I'm not a very artistic person, like I don't think I can draw very well. I mean, I can copy an image if it's not too complicated. What I did as a cover was print a picture that I liked and then add a title. You're gonna see that my favorite color is green, and it's like, yeah, all throughout. But basically, I keep track of my books that I buy here in this page. I started doing this kind of a spread. As you see, like it's pretty but simple. That's my style. I think this is what works best for me. So what I do is I add whatever book I bought in the corresponding box and the price of how much I spent that month. In case of January, since I only bought one book, I only spent the amount of that book in particular. So, since I said my favorite color is green, so I'm going to write this with my green pen. I didn't buy anything in February, and I usually leave them blank. I don't know. So here I would add the title. I don't think I'm going to buy any more books in March. I have a self-imposed rule of just one book a month. So I'm going to write in the middle, and I'm not going to even think about it. I don't think I'll buy anything else. So Magnolia Parks into the dark. And again, since I'm not planning on buying any other books this month, how much I spent in this month on books was damn, it's not March, it's April already. Okay, okay, well, oh my god, I can't believe. I mean, I could fix it, but I don't feel like cutting a piece of paper and pasting it over here. That's how I would try to fix it, but I don't think it would be nice. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, it's okay. Let's pretend it's okay. It's April. It's the 6th of April. Yeah. Okay. I didn't remember. So, any fucking way. 18 €0.75 for the copy, same as with the first Magnolia Parks book. So far this year I've spent around €40 in books, which I feel like it's a pretty good amount. But they have been like two quite expensive books. So that's how I would keep track of the books that I buy with this book journal. As I said, I like simple, efficient, and pretty, but I won't sacrifice efficiency for aesthetics. And I know that if I were to have like these really high expectations of decorating the margins and doing really complex title designs or whatever, I wouldn't keep up with it. So this is how I do it. So now, okay, hi guys. So this is editing me coming here just to close this blog because I completely forgot to record an outro while I was doing all of these things. So yeah, hope you liked it. Hope you liked my day, the book that I bought, and my book journal and everything. If you want like a proper flip through of my book journal, how I organize it, or what it is it that I keep track of, or whatever, leave it in the comments and I'll record it. And yeah, hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and everything else you're supposed to do. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.